Good day mga kamatiks! Kumusta kayong lahat dyan? Dito naman ako si Sir Navero at welcome sa ating panibagong video. Sa last video natin, we talked about case 3 on simplifying radicals, which is rationalizing the denominator. Now in this video, we're going to talk about the case 4 on simplifying radicals, which is reducing the index. But before that, I'm going to present to you first the answers to the items that were given in the last part of the video of case 3 on simplifying radicals. Right? So these are the answers. Okay? You may check your own answers there. Okay, so when we simplify radicals, it is sometimes possible to reduce the index by writing the radical in exponential form and then reducing the fractional exponent to lowest term or apply the property. Okay, so this one, nth root of a to the power of m equal to nth root of a raised to m, okay, which is also the same with this one, and not the same. And also this one, you can also apply this, and you can read it as nth root of nth root of a, which is equal to nth root of a. You just multiply the n and n, right? And then these are just equal, and then these two are also equal. Now, these two are the case 4 and 5. The laws 4 and 5 in the laws of radicals that was given in the chart before, no? So if you have observed, no? So again, there are two ways on reducing the index. It's writing the radical in exponential form, or and then reducing the fractional exponent to lowest term, or you apply this property or these laws. All right. So for us to put this into practice, let's have the following example. For example, 6th root of x squared. Right. So first here we write it in the radical form, exponential form. So if you still remember the concept, no, the flower, all right. So power, and then the root, then the base, which is x. Okay, so you just have to simplify the 2/6, which is 1/3. All right. Therefore, the simplest form of the radical after transforming the radical expression into rational exponent and then simplifying the exponent, you transform it back to the radical form, right? So transform it to radical form expression, and then you come up with the final answer of cube root of x. Again, so what happened is you just simplified the exponent, so 2/6, okay? And then we simplified, we come up with 1/3, and then we express it as radical expression. Next example, 9th root of 27x cubed. Okay, so basically, pwede din natin i-apply yung kanina, yung isa sa mga properties, no, yung nth root of a, no. So if you have, you can rewind the video to look at that part. So what happened here is I separated the two, no. So because the factor of 9, it's 3 and 3. How come you use 3? So if you notice, 27 can be expressed as this one, right? 3 cubed and then x cubed. So how were you able to tell that the root here must be 3? So the exponents of the radicand will tell you. Okay, so take note also that 3 is a factor of 9. So we can break them down, right? Then we simplified the radicand here, this one. Okay, so we put them into rational exponent, then divide. So 3/3, then x to the power 3/3, which is cube root of 3x, right? Okay, now if you don't like this part of this type of solution, you can have this option, no? So 9th root of 3 cubed, so x cubed. So I just rewrite 27 as 3 cubed, and then you put this into rational exponent, no? So the whole term must be put into rational exponent, and then we multiply the exponent, 3 over 9, x to the power 3 over 9. Then we simplify them. So this is 1/3 and then this is 1/3 also. Then 3 to the power 1/3, x to the power 1/3. Take note that you have to put them into radical symbol, no? Radical form, no? So we come up with the final answer of cube root of 3x. Okay, so you can also rewrite this part as cube root of 3 and then times cube root of x. Now since they have the same root, you just have to multiply them, then you can put them together as cube root of 3x. Alright? Next is 10th root of 32x to the power of 5. Now the first solution is we're going to use the property, alright? So we express 32 as 2 to the power of 5, alright? So if you want to check there, it's 2 to the power of 5. 2 is multiplied by itself 5 times, no? So then you come up with 32. Now, what should be the index on the smaller or radical inside here? So the index or the root must be 5. So the exponent will tell you. And then also 10 can be divided by 5. So that means we can break it down. It's 5 and 2, right? So this one is 2 here and then this one is 5. And then, because if you multiply the 2, you will come up with 10, right? So you now divide them, 2 to the power of 5 over 5 and then x to the power of 5 over 5. Now sir, what happened to the radical symbol here inside? We express the radical itong sa loob, we express them as a rational exponent, no? And then we simplified 5 over 5 and then x to the power of 5 over 5, which are all equal to 1. And then square root of 2x, alright? Okay? Square root of 2x lang siya. Okay, so from 10, it becomes square na lang. Then the radicand are just 2x. Next is we use the other part method, no? So we just directly put them into rational exponent, no? So put them actually you can since they have the same exponent, you can actually put them together. What I meant is like this. 2x, no? Ganito. Since they have the same exponent, you can write it like this. And then just simplify. 2x to the power of 1/2. Alright? Okay, but anyways, you can either do this part or you can use this part. That's the case if they have the same the same exponent, no? Because there are times they don't have the same exponent. Okay, just take note of that. Now we multiply the exponent. 5 times 110, 110. It's 5 over 10 and then x to the power of 5 over 10. And then we simplify both. We come up with 2 to the power of 1/2 and x to the power of 1/2. And then we write them as radical expression, and then square root of 2 times square root of x. Then since they are both square root, we can multiply the radicand, so it becomes square root of 2x. Alright? Next example, we have 4th root of 36x squared. Take note, we can rewrite 36 as what? 6 squared, right? Now, take note that they have the same exponent, right? The 6 and x, they have the same exponent, which is 2. So we can say that the radical here is 2. And to check, is 4 divisible by 2? Yes, it's divisible. So that means we can use this. So square root of 6 squared x squared. Okay, and then we put them into rational exponent, and then 6 to the power of 2 over 2, x to the power of 2 over 2, and then we simplify. Then we get the answer of square root of 6x, alright? But actually, you can also use this one. Okay, so again, in this part, you can have it in this form, 6x. You can put them collectively, no? Para hindi ka na mahirapan sa kalisod. Okay, so 6x, since they have the same exponent, no? So you just put them together outside. Because if you multiply this again, if you put this back here, you will do this part. You will come up with this part, right? And then you simplify 6x to the power of 1/2, which is you just have to put parentheses, which is also equal to square root of 6x. Anyways, if we continue this part, 6 to the power of 2/4 and x to the power of 2/4, we simplify them. We put them into radical symbol, square root of 6 and square root of x, and then we multiply the radicand since they are both square root. Then we come up with the answer, square root of 6x. Next, this one, 6th root of 25x squared z squared. Take note that 25 can be rewritten as 5 square, no? So if you notice, the exponents are the same, which is 2. So, and also 6 can be divided by 2. So therefore, the inside radical is what? Square root, right? So square root siya. Kasi kapag dinivide natin yung 6, it becomes 3. 3 na lang yung sa labas. Sa loob, square root of 5 square x square z square. And then we put them into rational exponent, right? So and then we divide the exponents. These are all just equal to 1. So 5 to the power of 1, x to the power of 1, z to the power of 1. Then the final answer is cube root of 5xz. Okay, and then if you want this part of the solution, you can rewrite it directly, no? So rational exponent kagad. So it becomes 5 to the power of 26, x to the power of 26, z to the power of 26, no? And then we simplify them. So 5, 1/3, x 1/3, z 1/3. Then we put them into radical. Since all of them are cube root, you can just copy, and then you can just copy the radical symbol and the cube, and then multiply the radicals, 5x and z. Therefore, your answer is cube root of 5xz. So, it's either of the solution are correct, no? So, tama tong dalawang solution. So, pili ka na lang. Next is, last example, 8th root of 32x15, y 5 all over 2x11, y. So, there are times that you still need to simplify the radicand. Okay, so in this part, we divide 32 by 2. Then x15 by x11, y5 by y. So 32 divided by 2 is 16, no? Okay, and then x15 minus 11, so it's x4, right? And then y5 minus 1, that's y4 again. So it's 8th root of 16 x4. Kita nyo to, 15 minus 11, 5 minus 1. So, take note that 16 can be rewritten as 2 to the power of 4, di ba? So, we have to rewrite like that. And take note that the exponents are the same, which is 4 now. And also, 8 is divisible by 4. Therefore, our radical inside is 4th root. What will be left here? So, it will be a square root because 8 divided by 4 is 2. So it's going to be square root of 4th root of 2 to the power of 4, x to the power of 4, y to the power of 4. Now, square root of 2 to the power of 4 over 4, no, we rewrite the whole radicand here as rational exponent. And we come up with 2 to the power of 4 over 4, x to the power of 4 over 4, y to the power of 4 over 4. And these exponents are all just equal to 1, no? So you come up with the final answer of square root of 2xy. But also, but also you can have this part, no? So you just have to automatically put them into this exponent. And then you divide, no? 4 over 8, x to the power of 4 over 8, y to the power of 4 over 8, which are all just equal to 1/2, di ba? Tsaka, since we can rewrite them now into radical symbol, square root of 2 times square root of x times square root of y. And then since the three of them are all square root, you can just copy the square root symbol and then multiply the radicand. It becomes square root of 2xy. Now for practice, you can have the following items as practice exercises. Thanks for watching.